Hello you lovely lot, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mahsa and it's been a little while since I did a book haul video, so that's exactly what I have for you all today. So in total I have I think 17 books that I need to go through today. It seems like a lot, but in reality it's kind of not. It only seems like a lot because I'm an idiot. So I will get to that part in just a second. We are going to start off with one that is maybe a little bit less exciting than the rest of them, and that is The Tempest by William Shakespeare. I had a bunch of Shakespeare auditions recently, so I ordered this one because I didn't have it, and The Tempest is actually one that I've been in, but it was in school, so I was just like, it was a bit silly that I didn't have it, so I got it. And for Shakespeare's, I always get the Oxford School Shakespeare ones just because they're so easy to read and they have explanations, and like they come with, where is it? I just flicked past it. Like they come with like cool images of like, here is them doing The Tempest in 1993, like, and I just think that's just really cool. So first one, we have The Tempest. It will get more exciting, I promise. So the next books are the ones that I got from the Fairy Loot adult book only subscription box. I haven't showed you guys them since like a while, and like they've been so pretty. These books recently have been so gorgeous that I just have to share them. I'll not go into too much detail about them just because you'll have probably seen them on other TBRs and unboxing videos and stuff like that. But I'll just quickly show you guys what I've got and tell you a little bit about them. So the first one we have is In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. Look how gorgeous this cover is, and then these edges are so beautiful. The art on the back of it is just gorgeous. I love this book so much. It just looks so cute. So this is about a human that lives with 3 robots, and they come across an unfamiliar android, and the human, I believe, reboots the android and realizes that the android was actually designed to hunt down humans, and in doing so it sends off their location to the rest of the robots, I'm assuming, and one of them is taken. So I think the story is about the little family going off to try and rescue the one that was taken. It sounds really cute. So TJ Klune writes like really cozy fantasies from what I've heard. Everyone seems to like absolutely love their books. I haven't read any yet, so this would be my first TJ Klune, and I'm so excited just because it does sound so like cute and cozy, and I do obviously need to get to the rest of them. Like, I've heard so much about The House on the Cerulean Sea, and it's just, I really want to get to the rest of their books. The next book that we have is The Foxglove King by Hannah Whitten. This cover is so gorgeous. You can see the pink foiling on the front, which I'm obsessed with foiling. If you've been here a little while, you know that I'm completely obsessed with foiling. And the edges are just so gorgeous. So this is about a girl named Law who, when she was 13, escaped a cult in the catacombs underneath the city, and since then she has lived by one rule, which is don't let them find you. So she's been running poison back and forth from the city or something along those lines, I believe, except that a run goes wrong and she's captured by the king, and she thinks she's going to be sent to prison, and instead of that the king puts her to work in his court, and she is trying to navigate that world while also her past is also catching up with her. So this sounds really good. I believe this has like romanciness in it, which I'm very excited for, and it just looks very good. The end paper art is also just absolutely stunning, so I'm just really excited to read this one. The next book that we have is The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi by Shannon Chakraborty, and this is honestly one of the most beautiful editions of a book that I've ever seen. It has the most beautiful map that I've ever seen. I've never seen a book with a map that is this gorgeous. And I don't know how well you can see the detailing, but there's like foiling on the book like on the map itself, and it's just, I honestly, like, this is one of the most beautiful editions of a book that I have ever freaking seen. So this is about a retired bandit who has basically retired and is just wanting to live with her kids and family, I believe, but she is offered one final job that she absolutely cannot refuse. So she gets back together with her old crew, but there's always a risk and a cost that comes with trying to be a legend, and this is their adventures. So I think it's sort of like a piratey sort of story, which I've never really read before, but I think I would really enjoy, and it just sounds so good. And honestly, if the book art is anything to go by, I am judging this book by the cover, which means I'm gonna love it. That's how it works, right? The next book that we have is The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chokshi. I'm sorry if I'm butchering names over here. And this sounds like a really like dark fantasy, and I think there's like romance in it, and I'm just gonna read what it says just because it's gonna be a lot easier than me trying to explain to you guys what this is about.
Once upon a time, a man who believed in fairy tales married a beautiful, mysterious woman named Indigo Maxwell Castaneda. He was a scholar of myths. She was heiress to a fortune. They exchanged gifts and stories and believed they would live happily ever after, and in exchange for her love, Indigo extracted a promise that her bridegroom would never pry into her past. But when Indigo learns that her estranged aunt is dying and the couple is forced to return to her childhood home, the House of Dreams, the bridegroom soon finds himself unable to resist, for within the crumbling manor's extravagant room and musty halls there lurks the shadow of another girl, Azure, Indigo's dearest childhood friend, who disappeared without a trace. As the house slowly reveals his wife's secrets, the bridegroom will be forced to choose between reality and fantasy, even if doing so threatens to destroy their marriage or their lives.
How good does that sound? So I think it's sort of like a mystery, romance, fantasy. I don't really know much about this book. I've seen that people have read it and liked it, and that's about all I know. And it's really small actually, so I think it's going to be like a super quick read. So I do want to get to this one soon, and honestly, it's just such a beautiful cover. Fairy Loot are killing it at the minute actually. And the last Fairy Loot book that I have is the latest one. I think it's either April's book or May's book, so if you haven't seen it and you want to skip, then by all means do so. I don't want to spoil anyone's boxes for them if you haven't got it yet for some reason. So the next book is The Curse of Saints by Kate Dramis, and this is a complete redesign of the cover that it originally had, and I so preferred this. It just could have been, you know, prettier. It's just your basic sprayed edges, like block colour sort of thing, and I'm kind of excited about this. So I believe it's about a spy.
As spy master to the Queen, Arya's blood oath ensures she protects those she fights alongside, including Will, the Queen's enforcer, and Arya's bitter rival. When rumours of dark magic rise in a nearby kingdom, both are sent to investigate. But when Arya's power acts beyond her god-given affinity, she risks being turned into a weapon in a war she doesn't know how to win. And when her relationship with Will unexpectedly shifts, neither knows the danger that will follow.
So, this sounds like a fabulous enemies to lovers. She's a spy, he's a spy. Also, can we all see this character art over here? I don't know at what point we all decided that a girl holding a knife up to a guy's neck was sexy. It was probably when Jude did it. But yeah, I'm excited for it. It's gonna be enemies to lovers and I am ready. The next book that I've got was a really random Waterstones purchase. I saw it lying there and read the title and I knew I absolutely had to have it. It is A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley, and it looks like the cutest little witchy demonic romance book. So this is about Marielle, who is prophesied to be the most powerful witch in centuries, but she prefers baking bread and having cups of tea to actually making potions and things, which is so cute. Like, I hope this is going to be really cozy. Like, it's just giving cozy vibes. However, she attempts a spell and the spell goes completely wrong and she ends up summoning a demon who is there for a bargain. So I believe he's there to take her soul. Yeah. So he's come there for a soul bargain. This demon has become a laughingstock recently because something happened, something's gone wrong in his past, so he is desperate for the soul. He can't leave her side until she has signed over her soul to him, and that kind of turns them into like accidental roommates. So they're living together, they're gonna fall in love, but he has to choose like if he actually gets her soul or not, and it's just gonna be very cute. That was a terrible explanation, but I have good vibes and I think this is going to be very, very cute. The next book that I have is also a random buy, and that is The Museum of Ordinary People by Mike Gale. So this cover is so cute. It's just like a little cat with piles of books and a sofa, so that got my attention straight away. I don't know too much about what this story is about. What hooked me in straight away is that the Museum of Ordinary People is, I think, where if you've had a loved one that's passed away and you're just holding on to their stuff and you don't want to throw it away because that's like throwing away the memory or whatever, you can donate it to this museum and like write a little note to go with it so that other people can see it and enjoy it and like remember them for you, kind of thing. I think that's sort of the vibe that it's about, and it sounds so sweet. So I think it's probably going to be like kind of a sad and happy read, I think. Just because you are dealing with like grief and letting go and that kind of thing. I don't think this is what I would have usually gone for, but I just felt so drawn to it that I decided, you know what, I'm gonna buy it and then read it and see how I feel. So we are almost at the end of this, and you might be thinking, isn't there meant to be like loads more books left? And yes, there is. This is where my idiotic nature has completely taken over, and I will tell you guys why. Sometimes I make not so good life choices, like purchasing an entire series of books, having never read the first one, and honestly not knowing too much about it at all, other than the fact that it's super popular and everyone else has read it. And that would bring me to this. This is Shatter Me by Tahira Murphy, and not only did I buy the first book in the series, which is Shatter Me, I also went ahead and purchased Unravel Me, Ignite Me, Restore Me, and Defy Me. And you might be thinking, okay, so you bought the entire series. Did I stop there? No, I didn't. I purchased all 3 novellas. Have I ever read this series? No. Do I even know what the series is about? No, I don't know what it's about. And that is because it's so popular that the second that I clock into anything about the series, it will immediately get me to notice all the spoilers. So I know that the guy in it, is it Aaron Warren or something like that? That's all I know. I don't know what it's about, and I'm just gonna go into it. I might do a reading vlog for it, to be quite honest, because I think that's gonna be hilarious, just going into it, not knowing anything about it. It's so popular that I might just do a reading vlog for it, and then you guys can get my actual reactions. So my battery died, so I hope the angle and stuff hasn't changed too much. But that is all of the books, and I realised most of this book haul was the Shatter Me series, but it has so many books. There's 8 books in that series, which is a lot, so maybe I'll do like 2 separate reading vlogs, who knows. So that is it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a big ol' thumbs up. In the comments, let me know which of these books I should get to first and make an absolute priority. And if you haven't already subscribed, then please do so. It would mean the world to me and my channel, and I will see you guys next time for another video. Bye!